And right from the beginning, I had to really think about this because today is Monday, March 2nd, and I don't know what to think about what's going on. If you don't know, I guess it's not technically war. It's definitely high-level military action going on with the Iranians there. And I have opinions, but I'm not following it. I'm not truthfully, like, highly informed. I'm casually informed on the Iran situation. Now, I've been well aware of the Iran situation from the time I was a kid until now. You know, I'm always a little hesitant to say go war, even though I understand that sometimes military action / war is necessary. A couple of months ago, we had a strike in Iran, and I had asked if this is over. And apparently it's not. We talk a lot about faith. I have so many doubts because, like I said, I have my thoughts and my opinions. I understand that my thoughts and my opinions are based solely on what I have decided to consume over these 52 years. I'm hesitant to say what my opinions are. First of all, because I know it's not going to stop anything. Secondly, because it's not really what I want to talk about. It's just such what's going on right now. So ultimately, I just don't want the conflict. I really don't want the conflict, but I do want the resolution. And those two statements might not go hand in hand. So I guess the easiest way to talk about this is you hope that the, air quotes, people in power are making smart decisions. That's number one. I will say, based on how it seems to be going, it might have been well timed because it seems like nobody's trying to help Iran. Once again, I'm not working from a high, this is casual knowledge. But, you know, in the world we have now, it's like the new age guerrilla warfare. It's not just fought on land. You know, you have drones and sleeper cells and all this stuff. And like I said, I'm the person, I don't want the conflict, but I do want the resolution. And then if this is what we have to do, then I would hope. You missed the bus. Yeah, I'm running late because the whole bus schedule is behind. So it's one of those Monday mornings. But like I said, I don't really have political opinions on this. My opinions are pretty much kind of like this. If this is what we have to do, I really, 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 really hope it is swift, aggressive, and done. I know that's kind of a pipe dream in these situations because the world. Listening to the What's Going On album, it's interesting that it just kind of timed out like this. Different situations, Vietnam was, especially how it was managed, by our politicians. Vietnam was really bad. But I guess if this is what we have to do, I just hope that the directive is pointed so that we're not floundering. We're not changing course in the middle of everything. We're not trying to good morning, DT. Like, we're not trying to police the world, because if in fact there is a legitimate nuclear threat from Iran, then yeah, tear that up and then let it be. And I know that's not like easy. I know it's not that simple. But it's kind of like, good morning, how are we? I have to go to work, man. I can't join you. But yeah, I'm not too. I know that we have a world where wars and things happen. I'm old enough to have lived through some conflicts. But I just want this done and over with and resolved. If you all don't know, this is full disclosure. I haven't voted since 2020. So in that respect, I kind of don't really have that, well, I voted for that guy mentality and all that stuff. Cool, thank you. Yeah, a lot of things, COVID, politics, all that stuff in 2020, and I was like, I don't like any of you. I just don't like any of you. It's the same thing with the news. 2020, I mean, it was like, just everybody, stop lying to me. It's like, I've said it before, politics and the news is a lot like pro wrestling. They come out there and they talk there, well, you know, Mean Gene and all that stuff, and they get us all riled up and we take sides. And then it seems to be a choreographed argument. And I see that. There's a part of me that says, yes, it is your adult responsibility to vote. But man, like, so little faith. Yeah. So little faith in, quite frankly, other humans who think they can do best for me. That's an interesting statement. Growing up in Africa, I knew too much to vote. I don't know what that really means, but I would assume that basically means that, you know, you might know enough and vote for the wrong person and have problems. That's my assumption. I don't know. I just know that corruption. That is, like I said, and, you know, without talking about, you know, the specifics, I tend to vote conservative when I did vote. But I just did not like any of them. And then beyond that, I didn't like how, I mean, each side just starts kind of the cheerleader effect, you know, where you can't correct your own, you have to just kind of go with it. And I don't know if the information that I am receiving about this conflict that started over the weekend is accurate, because you have cheerleaders and you have dissenters. Yes, there is it's the difference between being informed and trying to involve yourself. It's like everyone has to have that Oprah moment. have I seen the lies yet? That's a deep question, because in reference to what? I mean, I mentioned this before. I grew up with parents who rubbed elbows with folks like Kwesi Mfume and Kurt Schmoke and Elijah Cummings and all these Maryland politicians. I don't trust one of them. I never have. Politicians and doctors. Just no, because let's be real about reality. Doctors are politicians. I'll tell you another secret about 70% of teachers. And when I say teachers, I'm talking about the educational infrastructure. So I'm grouping administrators and all that into it with teachers. But about 70% of them are politicians. If you don't believe me, ask Chicago. So I don't know if I'm being informed or politicked with the information that I'm hearing about what's going on. Now, I will say this much. For the first time in a long time, well, for the first time ever, I think I'm starting to kind of come along with the tickety-tockety thing. And here's why. I think TikTok might be the most truthful resource out there, because there's people out there just doing, like, showing their things. Kind of like this, but less restricted. Less censored, I guess. Best way to put it. Now, I'm not on the TikTok. I have no interest in being on the TikTok. But my wife is all over the TikTok. And there are a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of BS on there too. A lot of those AI stories. You know, that people doom scroll, and you listen to someone tell you how miserable their life is and how people screwed them over and all that stuff. I don't see how that's interesting. Oh, well, if I were light enough to blush, I think I'd be blushing. Thank you. I don't know that. Good morning, Adam. How are you? I truly appreciate the fandom, and I've mentioned it before. I'm a big fan of thank you, because a lot of this literally started with me saying, well, I'm in the car all the time and I talk to myself, might as well talk to everybody out there and see if anyone cares. So every now and then you have to have a deep conversation on a Monday morning, especially when there's like nobody on the road, it seems. But I think it's cool when you can have a resource someplace where you can have a conversation. And yes, let's be real, it's somewhat one-sided because I don't have to respond to anybody. So I understand that. Right here, it's basically, hey, good morning, everybody. If you're on the other side of the planet, good evening. I mean, however it works out for you, let's just all check in and make sure everybody's okay. I hope so. I truly hope so. You know, it's 2026. I'll be 53 this weekend. And I'm at a point in life where all I want to do is be around decent people, do decent things, and watch my boys play baseball and watch my girl, well, right now, run track and field. That's her thing now. So, but you're not going to believe this. It's snowing. It is snowing. It's like almost 40 degrees, so it's not going to do anything. But dude, it's snowing again. I do not know. I'll have to, like, I can't scroll that fast because I got traffic now. But See, I don't like to sweat. I'm not a heat person. I'm in the mountains for a reason. Shoot, once it gets past 85 degrees, I get edgy. But I have to veer off because I'm going to have to pull over soon. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that because the forecast, I'm in southern West Virginia, so I don't listen to car people. I got kids in the car sometimes when I am, and so yeah. But I'll have to cut this short. I'll apologize for that. But I just got a text message from the office. I have to pull over and take care of some stuff. So, everybody, it's a good Monday. You know we'll have some Hendrix coming up. And be safe. Let's have a good week and get some things done. I'm about to start now with the creepy finger.